Shares in PolyNovo are up more than 100% over the last year on the back of development and commercialization of the company's innovative medical devices using its patented NovoSorb technology. PolyNovo medical devices are used for a number of medical applications, and the company has this year achieved record revenues on the back of sales in the US, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Asia, and the Middle East. Ahead of appearing at the Stocks On Track event in Melbourne, PolyNovo non-executive chairman David Williams joins me on the Stock Network. Welcome to TSN, David.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to it.
Now, David, PolyNovo's flagship product is a special material called NovoSorb, like a plastic that can safely break down in the body over time and helps to heal wounds better. Why do you think that the industry has embraced this technology?
Well, the industry's embraced it because ours is a synthetic product. It's not really a plastic, it's a polymer which breaks down. It does have a plastic layer over the top of it to protect the body while the surgeon is looking to do a skin graft on top of rebuilding the dermis. But they've embraced it, I think, for a whole lot of reasons. One is it's a synthetic, so there's limited problems with it once it's put on in terms of rejection of the body. It heals very quickly. It heals large, extensive burns and wounds like 70, 80, 90% of your body, which you would otherwise die from. And it's very cost effective. It's cost effective for the hospital in terms of how much time in the operating theatre, how much time in the hospital itself, and how much time between covering the wound and doing a skin graft.
And also, what do you think is to stop others perhaps from treading on your toes in this space and moving into your market?
Well, we've got plenty of competitors already, and in the main, they're organic products taken off a sheep's gut or a pig's gut or something like that. And so there's plenty of competition, mostly much more expensive than us, but from our perspective, a lot less efficacious. So we don't have any problem with that. Having said that, we've got quite a number of patent families. So, we're well protected. And as we develop new products that come off what I'll call our platform technology, as we develop new products that come off that for internal and external uses in the body, we're just refreshing our patents as we go. So we're pretty relaxed about our intellectual property position.
Okay, and David, the success of medical technologies really often involves strategic partnerships. Can you highlight any collaborations that have been crucial to PolyNovo's growth? And also, are there plans for new partnerships or innovation programs in the near future?
Well, in the main, this is a product that was developed, the polymer was developed by CSIRO, and we, as PolyNovo, have done a lot of work in terms of turning it into a commercial product. Without too much help from outside, except for some fantastic surgeons at Royal Adelaide Hospital who, are instrumental in the commercialization of this. Going forward, by the way, a lot of the products and a lot of the uses of the product now are being driven by surgeons themselves. So they see it in a burns environment and they say, you know what, maybe I could use this in another environment. And so in a very short period of time, we've gone from no product and no sales to supplying 41 countries and no papers and no research to about 280 research papers. So it's growing like topsy, really, and will we have other? Yes, we will have a distributor. So in Germany, Switzerland, Austria, for example, we've got a distributor there, mainly because they talk to the same surgeons we do. But in most of our other environments, we're doing direct sales. But, would we do some sort of collaboration with somebody in breast or hernia or rotator cuff or, yeah, we would. And we're talking to lots of people, and there's lots of people talking to us about using our platform technology for whatever it is that they're interested in.
Okay, David, you mentioned growth there. Your share price has surged more than 100% over the last year and has had some ask if you're overvalued. What do you think PolyNovo's strategy is to maintain and grow current global sales momentum, and which markets do you see as having the most potential for growth?
Well, I think we've still got a lot of work to do in the US, even though that's been our engine room. But the growth rates in Australia, in the UK, in France, in Germany have been enormous. So this is not like a typical pharmaceutical product. You know, if I said to you Botox, I'd say to you something like 70% of the world's Botox is sold in America and 70% of that's sold in California. This is a product that's more in demand in places like South Sudan and India and Indonesia, and because they have so many burns. And so this is a product that even works better. Well, it's going to work times 10 in places like Africa, only because a lot of people are living in homes that have got a flame. So, you know, your sari will catch, or your children will fall in, or whatever. So, you know, this is not a normal product, if you like, that most people think about in pharmaceuticals.
Well, David, thank you so much for the update on PolyNovo, and looking forward to seeing you at Stocks on Track.
No problem. See you soon.